Hey you guys, Tricia Turner here. We're at a whole different location today. So this is Local Business Spotlight. What do? We're showcasing local businesses in our area. So A, you guys know about them. B, it helps them grow their business. A lot of times we're going inside restaurants, but today we're doing a little bit different twist. So we are actually with Stacy, who's got a brand new business that she's going to tell us about. And she was in the school districts for 21 years. 21 years. So tell everybody, number one, let's go the name of your business and how long you were in the school districts and what you were doing there prior to opening your own business.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming out.
Heck yes!
I love you for that.
I know, it's awesome.
Yes, my business is named Gentle Guidance Counseling, or GG Counseling.
I like
kind of
that.
Sort of what I go with as my little logo with my little heart.
Yeah.
I, like Tricia said, I was with the school district for over almost 24 years. Before that, before I became a full-time employee, I volunteered a great deal with parent involvement programs.
Wow.
And, I just tried to stay active. Of course, I had my own children in there at the time. And so, it was just very important to me to be involved. And I had always had a passion to be a teacher.
Okay.
And so actually I went back during that time and finished my degree, got my undergrad for teaching. And that's when I became a teacher.
So were you teaching or were you in any part of like counseling guidance?
Well, no, I was actually started off as a teacher.
Okay.
And I taught for almost 7 years.
Okay.
In a variety of levels, starting from pre-K to first to second to third. Actually, third.
Brave.
I went.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
There. But during that time, it made me realize that what's needed by children and by parents, the support that they need, even more importantly to learn, they need the emotional support.
Yeah.
And that's where I really, really find my passion, is to help them in that way. I saw a lot of difficulties that they were experiencing and just, trying to make it.
Yes.
And
yes.
that's what our teachers do. They wear many hats.
I bet.
And so I just made up my mind then it was time for me to move in the right direction that I wanted, and that was to go into counseling. Went through the program, my master's, to get my master's degree, and then went on to work for the district as a counselor.
Okay.
And I started in elementary.
Wow.
And did several programs through elementary campuses, and that included a lot of 504 state programs.
Oh, yeah.
Those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
And working with children with disabilities, and working with families.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed there probably maybe 5 years, 6 years. And then moved to secondary, and I was in a 6th grade campus, which was my true passion. Those
Really?
things will steal your heart.
I think back at
My
6th grade,
gosh.
it's like, oh my gosh, there's sometimes a turning point there at 6th grade.
They're just incredible humans.
Good or bad?
They are finding themselves.
Oh, they are.
And I had the privilege to help them, to guide them and their families.
I bet.
So of course I that I am working with children or preteens or even some teens.
Yeah.
Because in my counseling business, I had a counseling business on the side, and we just do it at night.
Okay.
Or virtual.
Yeah.
Before I actually got this office, and so I had the opportunity to work with them, but also the adults.
Yeah.
And the anxiety. That's in the home.
Mm-hmm.
That is modeled by parents.
It is.
And so it's a family affair.
Yeah.
When you're learning these skills, and again, I specialize mainly in anxiety because I saw it so much.
I bet.
I saw it where children were identified with attention or focus issues, or some type of disability, like a learning disability.
Yeah.
When all it simply was anxiety.
And I'm sure, oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh, the pressures that kids put on themselves, or even parents do it. And we don't mean to. But
No.
It's out of love, and it's
And it's the world that we're in
it's
now.
just the world that we're in, and of course then COVID hit us.
Yeah.
Boy, that just pulled the rug out from underneath our feet. So it's been a lot.
So what made you branch off from the school district where it's a secure job and do your own thing? Pretty brave.
Well, it just took I felt as though it was time. It was either now or never.
Yeah.
And I could see more and more demand in the school district. So many parents were looking for outside support.
I bet.
The prices were outrageous for lots of your big
Yes.
firms.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just made that. It was either I was running out of time.
Yeah.
I ain't getting any younger.
No.
I better do it.
So was this something that you always wanted to have your own?
Always. Well, at least I want to say, but at least for the last 10 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
For the last 10 years, but you had to be smart about when you did it. And I was looking for an office, and it took me a while to find the right place. I mean, just everything fell into place. And so.
Gentle guidance. Where'd the name come from?
Well, I just see myself that way. I'm a very, I call it the HSP, highly sensitive person.
Oh.
So that's the new formal diagnosis.
Okay. Y'all hear that?
Diagnosis is called HSP. There's a book on that.
If someone ever tells you that, now you know.
If I ever get to meet you, I'll show you.
I love that.
But, so I am. I feel as though that is something that I bring to the table with families that in lots of cases you're afraid to even go to a counselor.
Oh, yeah.
You're afraid to really be yourself.
Yeah.
And put it out there.
Or get labeled, right, that you're seeing a counselor. Heaven forbid.
And so I want that. That was my hope. With that name, that they would feel comfort.
Yeah.
That they could walk in at a level, of safety, and that I would take it slow with them, that I would be empathetic, and to me, it's all things I describe.
Yeah.
I'm just empathetic. You know what I'm saying? And I care for all people, and I try to take it at their pace.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
it should be.
It's all about you. You're the one that drives these sessions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one that follows behind you and just kind of steers you in one direction. And if you don't like that direction, we'll go another direction until we learn, what it is you're needing. So you can learn a little bit about yourself.
Who do you think is your ideal client? Are you looking at all ages of people?
All ages. Just since I started, like I said, I did a little bit of counseling in the evening time, and I did not realize the comfort level that I had with adults, because I've always worked with children, always. So, when I moved into the 6th grade campus, that was eye-opening experience.
I'm sure.
Because people, you always have fear of teenagers.
Yeah, 6th grade
know what
too.
to do with those creatures.
Yes.
But I absolutely connected with them.
That's your calling.
And so again, it's just been a learning experience for myself. And having I have several adult clients now that I thoroughly enjoy. And we have a good relationship.
Yeah.
We have a safe, comfortable relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm able to guide them through and help them problem solve. Because I tell my clients, you truly do have the answers. You know yourself better than anybody, right? Mm-hmm. It's just that you have to give yourself credit for that.
Yeah.
You have to have give yourself a little grace.
Yeah.
And say, I don't have to be perfect. I don't.
That's hard.
So it is hard, and it can be
in this world
very
too.
Emotional.
Yeah.
For them. So I use a variety of techniques with them. More so than anything, it's just being a good listener, and giving feedback to them, and shooting out different ideas. And I give them the freedom to shoot me down. If you don't like that idea, you say, Stacy, I don't like that. That's crazy. What do you want me to do with this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very open to that.
You have to be.
You know what I'm saying? It's that is my goal with every client, and I just see it happening, and it's just, you can ask my family when I leave after I'm pumped.
You're changing lives.
I'm pumped.
That's the whole
do.
thing.
When I hear their feedback, because again, some of them are going through some very difficult times and have been for many years.
Right.
For them to, wow, I can do this. I'm gonna
be okay.
Be okay.
Yeah.
And I tell them, even if tomorrow is not good, there's another day. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a process.
Are you still working with small children or taking them on?
Well, it's just that it's not that I'm not taking them on. It's just that I've had more calls for the teens.
I bet.
More so, majority of the younger children, they go for more of a play therapy.
Yeah.
And I might refer them out to some of my therapist friends that do more so with the play therapy. I do some type of therapy that is for the older kids.
Okay.
Like maybe 5th grade or 4th grade.
Okay.
Is about the oldest that I have, the youngest that I have right now.
Okay. So in a perfect world, is it mostly like teenagers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my
'Cause that's
teens
what
and
you
my
love.
adults are has been majority of my caseload right now.
So do you find people stay with you for long periods of time?
Well, I just got started on this, so
Okay.
it's so far majority. I had a lot of clients that started in that first month. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. It was a handful, and they're still with me. I think that what's helped is that I give them a clear picture of what to expect
Yeah.
and how many steps it takes just to get the full rim of the program.
Yeah.
Because I break it down in steps for parents. And I show them exactly what I'm going to be doing and the skills that I'm going to be teaching. So they're very knowledgeable about it. So,
Okay.
I would say that I kind of, when I introduce the program, I tell them it's at least 10 visits.
Okay.
Just to learn the program and to practice the skills.
Okay.
And to meet with the parents.
So there's a method to
Right.
it.
Yes, I definitely
Okay.
firmly believe I create a program for teens.
Okay.
And I create a program for adults.
I love that.
So that way you can walk away with some, concrete
Yeah.
materials to use. Because this is the life lessons. This is learning throughout your life.
Yeah.
Because anxiety is something that you will deal with forever. We all deal with anxiety.
At some point.
You know what I'm saying? And for years and years, it was taught how to get rid of anxiety. Well, that's just not realistic. Let's be real. You can't get rid of anxiety. So this approach really is learning how to not be surprised by it, to expect it, to be able to feel calm when that happens.
Yeah.
Externalize it. When I say externalize, you kind of like separate it from yourself and look at a different perspective. So I'm teaching you all these kinds of skills.
Yeah.
And we'll role play, like I have my little puppets for my teens, and we'll role play things that your mind can say to that part of your brain that's like your fire alarm.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a lot of metaphors that I use.
I bet.
A lot, especially for my teens, because I know how kids learn.
Well, you were in the school district forever.
I know how they learn by activities.
Yeah.
So I have lots of different activities that I do with them. I have my sand tray, which is really just a lot of symbols. As you'll see in the background here, that they take and they place it into sand, and they create stories. It helps them to bring to life.
Express themselves.
Right. Or maybe even some unconscious memories or disruptive thoughts that have been there, and it's just been back in a safe place. And that's a lot of my trauma students.
I bet.
I am trained in EMDR, which is eye movement.
Okay.
And it's processing, unconscious memories or trauma. Because a lot of that, of course, your anger, your grief, your depression, it goes hand in hand with anxiety.
I'm sure.
In your
it all
daily
feeds
life.
each other, yes.
Right. So, I provide a lot of things. And again, I want you to leave my office or your sessions with some valuable tools. That is my goal, that you can say that this is something I can take with me.
Yeah.
I always hope that, it's nothing wrong with having support. It's great. I love it. And most of my clients, I think, will continue with me for a while, only because we have that relationship, and that means a lot to me.
Yes, you're changing their lives.
I spend a lot of energy, and to put myself out there, to be there for them.
Yeah.
I tend to overdo it. I will allow my clients to message me, and when times are hard, and but that's what kind of support system I am.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted.
And that's what I want. That's what I want to come across to them. Because it's my passion. It's not a job. It's
this
something
is yours.
It's mine. Yeah, exactly. So I take it that way. I take a lot of ownership with that, and I'm just having the time of my life.
That is what we love to hear.
Myself, and
yes.
I love my clients. If anybody gets attached, it's me, because I want them to feel good about themselves. I have a lot of classes on self-esteem that young girls come in. Dealing with a lot of self-esteem.
Yeah.
And again, that brings along depression.
Oh, yeah, and anxiety.
So it's a vicious circle. I do a lot of just helping them be knowledgeable about how the brain operates.
Yeah.
Because I think knowledge is power.
It is.
And when you can understand how the brain operates, it helps you to visualize it better. What's going on in your head? Like, I thought I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
No, you're not losing your mind. It's just the way your brain has been, it's a pathway that your brain has
Sure.
created over years from modeling or from trauma or just from experiences. You know, when it's that fire alarm that goes off when there's really no fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire alarms, I'm sure. So how can people find you to book an appointment or learn more about you? What would be the best place for them to go?
They can visit my website. That's gentleguidancecounseling.com.
Okay.
And you can find a lot more details about the therapy approaches that I use, along with solution-focused, the sand tray, the cognitive behavioral CBT, you know, things like that. They can learn a lot more about me and my background.
Okay.
Or they can just, there's a link on there where they just put in their information.
Okay.
And then I will get back to them. And again, I offer virtual and I offer in office. So, you know, just kind of look at my website and you can see, you know, where I'm based here in Fulshire, which is a quaint little town. And, you know, my name's outside if you looking for me out there.
Yeah.
It's a brand new facility, and you know, I've got several things here that I'm hoping that, you know, can be something for everybody.
It will be.
You know, so
you're going to do great things.
Thank
so
you.
It's gentleguidance.com, right? Gentleguidance.com, you guys.
Right.
So you got to reach out to her because you've heard that. She's teenagers. We know how teenagers can be.
Right.
Adults, y'all. She's got everything here to help. Gentle guidance.
Right.
Yeah.
I am a licensed professional counselor in the state of Texas, and I also do supervision for trainees that are coming in.
Okay.
I am a supervisor for trainees that are coming into the program.
This is awesome. This is what we do. We support local. So you guys make sure and reach out to her if you need help or if you have teenagers that need help. Here she is right here. Thank you for doing this. Yes.
Appreciate you.
Y'all have an awesome day. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and support local business. We are doing Local Business Spotlight every Tuesday. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.